You've tried everything. You've been patient. You've been kind. You've given advice, set boundaries, had the talk, maybe 100 times. And yet the person you care about keeps making the same choices, spiraling in the same patterns, refusing to change. So you start to wonder, is something wrong with me? Why can't I fix this? Here's the answer, and it's going to be uncomfortable. You were never supposed to. In psychology, there's a concept called ego-syntonic behavior. It means that some people's destructive patterns don't feel like a problem to them, they feel like who they are. The chaos, the self-sabotage, the walls they put up, it's not a bug in their system, it's the operating system itself. When someone grows up in an environment where love was unpredictable, where safety meant staying invisible, or where pain was the only constant, the brain adapts. It wires itself around survival, not connection. And here's the cruel irony. The behaviors that once kept them safe now keep everyone out, including you. Now here's where your psychology comes in. There's a pattern called the rescuer dynamic, and it usually has roots in your own history. If you grew up believing that your worth was tied to how useful you were to someone else, you learned to find broken people magnetic. Because fixing them felt like finally being enough. Psychologist John Bowlby called this anxious attachment, when love doesn't feel real unless it requires struggle. So the question isn't just why can't I fix them? The deeper question is, why do I need to? People only change when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the fear of changing. That's not a metaphor, that's neuroscience. Change requires the prefrontal cortex to override deeply conditioned emotional responses, and that process can only be initiated from the inside. You cannot want someone's healing more than they do. You cannot love someone into choosing themselves. And when you keep trying, when you keep absorbing their chaos, hoping it'll somehow transfer into their growth, you don't heal them. You become part of the system that keeps them stuck. Because your presence buffers the very consequences that might have pushed them toward change. This isn't about giving up on people. It's about understanding the difference between compassion and compulsion. Compassion says, I see your pain and I care. Compulsion says, your pain is my responsibility to fix. The most loving thing you can do for someone who isn't ready to change is to stop rearranging yourself around their brokenness. You are not a therapist. You are not a savior, and you are not failing anyone by protecting your own peace. The broken ones can heal, but only when they decide to pick up the pieces. If this hit close to home, drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button.